Hey everybody, welcome back. And what we have here is the brand new 2011 Han Solo and the Yavin ceremony. And I think we're all pretty excited to see a new Han. We don't get very many of the good old Episode 4 Hans coming our way, so I'm going to open and review this figure. But before I do that, I want to just kind of go through a Vintage Today recap of Han Solos. So setting this one aside, let's start with the original 1977 Han. Now, actually, this is the big-headed Han, which came slightly after the original early bird pack, but it's still an old Han. The difference between this Han and the early bird one, and this is a repro of the early bird one. If you can see that, this is really hard to see. But the original head was somewhat smaller, if you can kind of make that out. Here's the big-headed Han, and the smaller Han, which was part of the early bird set. Okay, so let's back out of that, and we'll put this Han here. Well, just a quick go over. He had that basic old Kenner articulation, solid red stripe down his pants, but nonetheless still a good figure. They tried to capture Harrison Ford. The paint wasn't too good. It had a little splatter here on this figure. Okay, the next Han we got was the Power of the Force Han, where he was really built. As you can see, he has unrealistic muscles. He has a blaster rifle that doesn't really look like anything we saw in the movies, and a really, really large blaster pistol. You can see that in comparison with the original. So this was the only improvement on articulation is he had a swivel waist, but just the face didn't look anything like him. Anyway, there's that one. The next Han we got was probably my personal favorite. This one right here. Not as much articulation, but just a great Han. What I like about it is, at the time it was good because he could sit in his pose like he was in the cantina, which I really like. That was a really nice touch. He can put his hand back like it was in the movie when he was talking with Greedo. And he has a blaster and a working holster. The blaster is metallic colored. Very good posability. He had a removable vest, which was also a neat touch, as you can see. And I really like that feature as well. So one of my favorites, a good enduring Han. This one came out in about 97, I think. So or 98 maybe. It was shortly after the Power of the Force Han. It wasn't that long. The next Han we got came in this Han Solo and Chewbacca Death Star escape scene, which I really like. It's pretty scene specific. It's not a figure you want to take out and try to repose, because it's already in its optimum pose as it is. Okay. And next we got the OTC Han. Still an improvement, a better face sculpt, and had the vintage packaging, which was nice. It's the back of that. Now, this Yavin Ceremony Han is pretty much the exact same body as the OTC Han. The only difference is a new head, and he has the metal, and a different paint application. But other than that, I can't see any differences between the bodies or the belt modes. In fact, what's kind of sad is this one has a holster strap while this one doesn't, so it's a little bit of a decline in detailing. But nonetheless, it's still a good Han, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So, without further ado, let's look at the packaging. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little elastic band cutting here. Or not, actually the elastic band is only around his metal. Okay, we'll just keep that on for now. Okay, kind of crack the joints a little bit. Let's get his blaster up. Okay, now here we have him. It's a good face sculpt. I think it captures Harrison Ford pretty well. It actually resembles in a way that Big Head Han face sculpt. It almost looks like they're trying to do some of the same things. He has a hard face to capture. Like straight on, it looks a bit like him, but it really doesn't look like him in the profile. With a ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders, swivel waist, ball hinged elbows, swivel wrists, swivel hips, ball hinged knees, and ball hinged ankles. The vest does not come off, which is kind of a decline from the Han I showed you a second ago. He holds his blaster nicely. There's a lot of posability. So, not a bad figure. It's always good to have a new Han. Although, I still think I'm a bit partial to this one. Another thing is they got the shirt color right. They are off-white. So, nonetheless, it's a good Han. I recommend getting it to either to complete the wave or to open. I don't think it's going to be all that uncommon. I've seen quite a few of these as they've been coming out. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review and this sort of tour of Han Solos. And until next time, bye.